Google heavily promoted Android 17 as the biggest OS update ever. That is aggressive framing for software that's over a decade old. If you're looking for a sweeping aesthetic overhaul, you won't find it here. Instead, the bulk of this update focuses on the system-wide integration of what Google calls Gemini Intelligence. This leaves us with a real dilemma. We have to separate the practical workflow upgrades from the flashy tech demos that overpromise and underdeliver. This quadrant chart plots out our reality check framework. On the y-axis, we have actual daily utility, going from low to high. On the x-axis, we map out the marketing hype. We're going to map these new features based on a simple ratio, the amount of trust and input they require from you versus the actual, tangible outcome you get. Finding the actual utility in this update requires looking past the loudest marketing demos to examine the specific toolsets Google is actually shipping. Let's start with the heavy marketing focus, Agentic AI. These are systems built to take actions on your behalf without needing step-by-step guidance. Google showed a demo where you take a picture of a concert poster, text a friend, and a button pops up offering to book 2 floor seats. You click it, and the tickets are purchased. You save a few minutes navigating Ticketmaster, but you sacrifice the entire checkout verification process. You lose manual control over the exact dates, the specific seat locations, and the final price after hidden fees. We see a similar problem with their algorithmic media processing, specifically the new Smart Enhance feature for photos and videos. Google claims it reveals hidden clarity. In reality, aggressively lifting all the shadows creates a flat, featureless image. It completely strips away the natural contrast that gives a photo its depth and artistic intent. Looking at this comparison matrix, we can see exactly where these fall. Under Agentic AI and Smart Enhance, the inputs require total blind trust, and the trade-offs, financial risk and worse image quality, glare right back at you in red. Autonomous AI currently demands a significant leap of faith for a payoff that rarely holds up in everyday scenarios. The features that actually reduce daily digital friction are the ones Google spent far less time talking about. Instead of guessing what you want, custom widgets rely on explicit language commands. You tell the AI to build a temporary tool for a specific upcoming event or trip. It pulls the exact flight details and weather reports you need and pins them to your screen. You get hyper-relevant data instantly, bypassing the need to hunt through app settings to build it yourself. Then there's the OS-level upgrade to autofill. The system can now scan other Google services, like Photos, to extract specific data and fill out complex web forms. Granting the operating system permission to scan sensitive documents like your passport creates serious security implications. However, eliminating the need to bounce between a browser and your camera roll to transcribe a long ID number offers a distinct practical gain. Pulling the comparison matrix back up, we add custom widgets and photo autofill. These require specific, intentional instruction from you, but they yield high practical outcomes, marked right here in green. Current AI proves most effective when executing clear instructions to build custom tools rather than attempting to navigate the world independently. These software concepts also bleed directly into Google's physical environments, starting with a modernized user interface for Android Auto. If you are parked, perhaps waiting to charge an electric car, the car's display will now let you watch YouTube videos in full-screen HD. When you shift the car into drive, the video is supposed to smoothly transition into a background audio podcast. But that safety feature relies entirely on seamless GPS and gear shift detection. If that handshake fails or lags, you have dangerous visual noise running on your dashboard. Google is also expanding its reach by introducing a brand new premium laptop category called Google Books. Google has tried to push high-end laptop hardware before. Devices like the original Chromebook Pixel showed they wanted to compete in the premium $1,000-plus market. That is a long way from the original CR48, which proved that ChromeOS could function as a simple internet portal. The operating system has evolved significantly to justify a return to high-end hardware. The core selling point of these new Google Books is an AI-enabled cursor. You wiggle it, and it turns into a portal for Gemini, letting you combine images or draft text replies without opening separate windows. These integrations look premium, but their actual value is heavily weighed down by high price tags and the strict requirement that every transition and context switch happens completely bug-free. This entire Android update is essentially a collision course between highly reliable background utilities and flashy, completely unproven AI agents. This 3-column scorecard maps out exactly how to handle it, based on how you prefer to use your tech: the pragmatist, the optimizer, and the skeptic. If you're a pragmatist, embrace the invisible background tools, enable the new auto features to save time on forms, and turn on the pause point digital well-being limits to actively cut down your screen time. For the optimizers, invest your time in learning natural language prompts. Figuring out exactly how to command custom widgets and the AI cursor will significantly speed up your daily routines. And if you're a skeptic, actively opt out of the smart enhanced photo processing and entirely avoid agentic purchasing features until manual verification steps become the standard. Do not buy into this update for what Google promises it can do for you autonomously. Instead, use it for the specific, intentional tools it gives you to effectively maintain control over your own data.